full compromise.
But they're
About
not
7
gonna
o'clock?
compromise. All they'll do is reduce penalties.
That's what I mean by compromise.
Okay.
No, they're not going to compromise with the trust fund.
Or the regular tax. But the more I thought
Okay,
about this whole
they-
argument, the more I realized what avenues should be down from the fact that if we actually get something done, it flies in the face of what we said, which is these things are such a disaster, it's almost going to be impossible to get it done. I mean, that's what we laid out to them in July. It just scares the bejeebers out of me to actually get an audit done on this. Because if we're able to get it done, it's going to take an eternity, which doesn't help us in compliance.
Well, then you just made my case, Dan. You just made my case. My case is, here's the reported tax. Prepared on PBS. Sunshine Companies is gone. Offering compromise only, teeny tiny amount, let them reject it, but at least we'll try it.
Right.
Pay for that expense, we promise Craig we do our best.
Right.
Cost us $50,000 to run this offering compromise through. We might get lucky. Somebody may like him, his uncle's there or something, I don't know. Or the IRS will switch its policies. And if we lose it in a year, we lose it in a year. We'll just have to, Craig will have to know that at least he's got a salary if he has no assets.
What are you gonna offer? What are you gonna offer?
I think based on his 433A, he's not worth more than $1 million to the IRS over a 10-year period. He's not, based on the rest of his assets, I think he'd be worth more than $5 million. So we offer him $2 million.
That's what I would
take that
say.
in a heartbeat. And if they don't take that, they're idiots, because that's the best. That is literally the best possible case scenario. How are you going to possibly pay a guy to be any type of executive if he's got an IRS lien out there? I mean, you destroy your credibility as a public company.
$2 million.
$2 million is generous already.
So we offer $2 million on Sunshine, and we tell them we don't want to spend any more money on PBS. It's a screwed up doggone mess. We're going to just agree to pay the $132 million. It's not even $132 million actually. The note covers the difference. We're going to pay you the note, which is the full value of the assets.
What's the name?
The BCA note for $132 million.
We're going to have BCA. Let me rephrase that. We need to find a way to get BCA cleaned up.
Yeah, actually.
In order for us to have any shot, we shot ourselves in the foot, and I took the bullet for that, because Berkowitz threw it out in the meeting, which is, you told us this was going to happen, you told us this was going to happen, you told us this was going to happen. We're 9 months further down the road since what you told us was going to start happening, and all we've done is incur the liability, so I want to make sure that.
Yes. Oh, I see. Yeah. I thought you moved.
No.
Okay, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
That part of BCA is fine. Yes. By the end, the rest of it, I was hoping was done.
Okay, I have a vote, but by December 31, we need to make sure we've got that.
Yeah.
That's my only concern there, because otherwise they'll come back and they're not going to be at all passive through this thing, and we can see what we do. They're going to come back guns blazing.
Yeah, that's why everything you say though, it all brings us back to the
They
exact
can't
point.
blaze their guns.
No. Again, it's not. Again, I'm not worried about the settlement. I'm not worried about anything else. It's the fact that we're going. Suddenly, this balloon. This is going to miraculously go on in 2 years. When we already said it's going to take us a year at least to season the book and everything else to see if we have a shot. And we've got to have time to roll it up.
And I'm not suggesting we go and change the amount. I mean, like I said, maybe we leave the $1 million for next year, and then we go to $2 million the year after.
No,
All we're going to do is call the balloon in 2 years.
Okay, but let's step back for just a second. Let's assume, for argument's sake, we can get the book in reasonable form January 1. We have to season it for 12 months, and even have the ability to get a loan on it. Then we would, in theory, that gets us all the way through 2007. Then, assumedly, if we can get all this done properly, and we can add, if we get it done right, we can. But we have until December of next year before we even are going to have a shot at really knowing what we're working with, because we will finally have had a chance to prove it out. I understand what you're saying.
Who are you telling this to? Are you telling me that's the truth? Are you telling me this what you want to try to persuade somebody to?
No, there's a certain level of truth to it, but how, if you go to the outside,
Time to season the rate to make.
I heard what Robert said.
It's all on performance.
It's all on performance.
All you need to do is have the right platform. That's what MBA is.
Okay.
MBA has a solid audited history for a decade and a half.
Okay.
The
So we
question-
roll everything up under there. and-
Right, that's why I'm rolling it back to there. Everybody's going to say, well, they only make 1.5%. We're going to say that's exactly right. On the first $500 million, they make 1.5%. On the next $5.5 million, they make 2.5%. On the third 500 million, they're making 4. It is, they're too small in their size. What's not readily apparent is their platform isn't really big enough to do it. We have to take our new ThinkWorks system and insert it, but the same principle applies. You make a lot more money on $1.5 billion than you do in 500
Oh, sure,
million.
absolutely, economies of scale, oh my yards.
You see, so I'm not at all worried about getting the money. I'm just worried about making it seem rational.
That's, again, the rational part's the part that's been killing me in this whole thing.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Dan Myers insisting that it be rational. What is the world coming to?
That was shocking. One,
While we're talking to Frank, why don't you look at these, because I have to deal with this tomorrow morning.
I saw that.
No, these been
So I haven't seen the notes on it, but I got a copy now.
Oh.
I literally, or 2 hours.
Argent Firma is going to go to a spreadsheet for registration purposes, because it's holding all the coastal stuffs, and we'll have 5 owners of that. So they'll drop to the separate sheet over here with these. Sullivan, Glover, all that cards. Just some people to come in, just so we don't have to have 50 million resumes put out in this thing. So where do you see things going and moving? The blue boxes are being closed or are closed. The green boxes are closed or are closed. The blue boxes are shut.
What do you mean by that?
To Titanium or over to there, or where I was.
Well, our discussion the other day, being analyzing, you're going to have to do all the other stuff. I don't care if we date it 12/31/06 and make it retro to 1/1/06, but I think we're going to have to do that. We just need to figure out what the money is for most licenses.
Just close them all down, just transfer the business over.
If we shut it down, we have to make something as of 1/1, so even if it was July 1, we did this for ECD, we have to audit for 6 months. Exactly. Welcome to my world. Now you know what my nightmare has been for the last 2 weeks. I don't mind doing a retro agreement to make sure it doesn't affect my licensing. We need to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay. I'll start working on that. That's, yeah.
Yeah. That, again, we want our spot, but I can't imagine anything
That's
else.
not like, yes, I don't.
More importantly, the thing I actually thought about was, we're saying this is how the tax is recorded. You know, PBS for the first 6 looks great, that's good. Except that all that should have paid tax. How is anybody going to reasonably say there's not a potential life for free? You know what I mean?
That's right. I heard you say that.
So, I just don't see that.
Yeah. No, that's right. You're right. Hey, Jay and Shane, fuel pack for the
Companies? A lot.
How are we doing on the order?
I think we have a new one.
Larson?
No, well, Larson, it turns out Larson bought Chastain Farrell, which is a local company. And Chastain, I met with Larry Cleese, who happens to be a good friend, like 25-year friend of Bill Walsh. So Larson, the managing partner of Larson, happens to be a friend of Sue Carlson's.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, happens to be.
How
yeah.
big are they?
They're top 20. They're number 17 with the purchase of, they're like 18 with the purchase of Chastain.
Are they based at the Midwest? Right.
Huh?
Are they based out of the Midwest?
They're based in Minnesota, but they're buying the company here that has a very large presence here. They've got 4 offices, one of which is in Orlando. Actually, the guy I used to work for started this
Did we get
20 years ago.
information
Of what?
why they want to run us?
Yeah, they can't. They have 2 staff, though.
And what does it say in the letter?
The resignation, I don't have it yet, but that's what it's going to say.
Because they completed the audit and now withdrawing the audit?
No.
Nothing like that?
No, and actually, they were begging me to find out to stay engaged. I'm actually.
Probably do the PEO business.
Huh?
Probably want to do the PEO business, right?
They would actually do the PEO business. They would actually do any of it, but they want to stay engaged because, I mean, Jay actually likes us. Jay was actually really ticked that his partners made him withdraw from engagement, but The reality was, he figured they need about 5 staff to do this, including managers and seniors and whatnot. They have 2 staff available, one of whom is got 2 years of experience now, the other one has 1 year of experience. That's what we wrapped up our audit with last year, as a partner in those 2 people. They can't handle us. When Katie came in to look at it, and they figured out we've gone from 30 to 80 companies, there was just nothing left for them. They physically can't handle us. So I'm actually...
We keep one of the big companies,
Well, I don't think a big company will take us right now, and I think Bill's relationship with Chastain, with Larry and
Sure,
Reese
that
there,
will help, right?
plus it happens to be Chastain's the firm that has the Nexia name.
Right.
So there's a lot of intricate reasons. Jason knowing the managing
Right, no, I understand Jason's father, the client, and all that stuff.
Larry Cleese? Yeah, Bill Walsh was involved
You
too,
don't?
so that's the partner
What
we're
do you,
trying
what
to
do you think of
engage.
your
So,
Right.
What do
What do you think of the firm?
I think my view.
What is the general perception in the accounting community of the firm?
Of Chastain?
Yes.
They're one of those lower middle. But they're part of a 40, 50 firm network in the US.
called Nexia.
And they're also,
Which is
their relationship
international.
with American Express.
Well, American Express bought a firm, and so American Express had...
No, American Express has sold it to H&R Block.
Right, but they had bought it all at the time. They've subsequently sold it, but...
They're pretty small. They've got two, Gladiators, another partner of them who are pretty good. But there's another firm up there, we're at 4 PwC partners. We set it up. They're,
Was that more Stevens? What was?
no, I've got a
Okay.
We can't, but just change the auditors.
But we'll keep James Moore on for some of the subsidiary events.
Well, and they said they'd come in for the interview process, they would come help out, they would write whatever.
I'm sure they'd like to
they
continue the PEO. It's easy. It's lucrative.
I have another one, UHY.
Yeah,
Presidians.
they're Presidians.
Oh, are they?
Well,
I don't even tell them who you are.
Bill says to me, he says, yeah, Chastain's looking to merge with a firm in the Midwest. I'm like, can you tell me who? He's like, no. I said, can you tell me who it's not? Is it UHY? He goes, no, it's not them. I said,
No, okay, all right.
because that would have been immediately into that.
It doesn't go anywhere, so it won't go anywhere now.
Yeah, not that we won't want to deal with it, we just won't want to mention we're pursuing.
Not today, next year maybe, Phil.
Let me give you the other side of this scenario. I got a real good feel on where our numbers are going right now. After this, I'm just gonna pay this. Take about 6 months. I'm gonna change some of our plans.
You're killing me. Hey, where are you? Yeah, go ahead and park there. I'm at Trust right now. I'll be out of here in about 5 minutes. And I'll
Did
walk
you hear
over there and
about
meet you.
the Federal Reserve building?
Yeah,
Yes, that's what-
I'll call you when I'm on my way.
I'm going up on Thursday.
All right, then, bye.
I've got the 4 people, business turnaround specialists. I've got next PW public company, my superiors. She's very happy by productivity. She rang me up and said, what do you think? Come talk to us. So she's interested in getting around just now. And another guy who's the managing director for one of the largest trading corporations in the country. We can probably get on 2.5 or 3 grand. He knows everything.
Did you get the spreadsheet?
Did
Did you get the spreadsheet on the employees?
We paid $1.2 million.
I started to put together.
On a note.
I have a copy of it. She has.
Is it Shell?
Yeah.
It's the,
I have.
Does it have anything in it?
One piece of paper.
It's worth $1.2 million.
made sure that we had no outline obligation on WTS.
I'm sure Wellington's gonna buy a firm from there for $2 million, because otherwise I've got a nasty little impairment.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's why
I got a lot more.
all those things we forgot.
Lot more what?
I have also reception letters and they do employment agreements.
Semantic.
There's a lot of people with letters and no employment agreements, or we can get the employment agreement.
No, there's a standard employment agreement, so it was non-standard, essentially what was non-standard.
Let's go right away. Here's what I deal
So you
with.
said, here's all the exception letters. Here's
By all accounts right now.
Rest understands.
I give you this rest from our.
We had to, when we were doing them, they just kept going off the reservation. When we were doing it, we would have a standard employment agreement and the
That's
exception.
our plan. First deals January, February, and March. And the next one's up on consulting.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what a couple of these terms.
2 months we can-
You know, snuck through and.
If we can get these two guys to do it January, February, I mean, we just don't wanna do any more this year, we need to do it January, February. Let's get these guys scheduled for January, February.
Some of the side, some of the exceptions are so. Some of the terms are so.
Yeah.
$25 billion.
So we're looking at what,
It's a house in France or something. You know, we have to
No,
like part-time.
Yeah. I mean, it's, Franklin's doing them all anyway, so we're not too stressed about it, if we're just gonna.
I think we need to retreat shareholders.
I thought you already did that last week, I was waiting for it.
What?
We did that last week, I thought.
We've got across
Shareholder
6
rates?
weeks to, stretch that out.
Reduce that.
Close down.
Yeah, we need to reduce shareholder.
Yeah, it's just not a subscription contract, 25p.
I mean, some kind of a basic shareholder.
It should be making between.
That's why I said, if we can lock it in at something, we need to lock it in right now.
There's something, right? We need to engage attorneys in the UK.
Well, we need to get,
People that are trying to
maybe get,
consistent.
yeah, like in the next week, I'll get that done.
Public, maybe we can't just.
Okay.
These guys.
We wanna get, what we wanna get to,
Four
agree to,
principals,
and then we'll start hashing out the rest of
good
it.
people, four best buyers.
Get everybody to agree.
Very
First, we go through, get everybody into agreement, and say you got till January 1 to sign it. Yeah, okay. We gotta resolve all these other issues at the
Let's
same
go,
time.
I thought we've already been able to move on to smaller, next deal or.
Sure.
Posting, so we get a 5-6 people, get up on Thursday or Thursday next week. Go to the office and we set up, straight through that, mid-range, last night. So we're gonna try 6 people, I'm talking to them about probably a January start.
Go ahead with your Houston guy, I looked at the resume, I was like, well, yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yes, we'll come back with an offer for the tomorrow.
If we do 150, we'll get, he's got another 175 already. This guy here, he's been working with Fox. He's actually in the
That's another thing, I thought we were gonna do that under here.
Yes, you're a good point.
The only thing I wanna, I've got, Steve is checking on the rules on that right now, on the law, since it was an ownership change. So Steve's checking on that before we sign the final paperwork, and get an answer from him, but we're. Right, yeah, and we'd like to set up our people about 5 minutes. Are you on Friday? I'm not Friday.
About,
Just come through some more of this and some of the audit stuff. It's not anything.
Most of this kind of stuff.
It's not critical, but it's kind of obvious here. I've got Scott, which I think taking the lead on it.